Well, the province of KwaZulu-Natal has been hit by erratic and severe weather events over the last 3 years. And from two severe floods that killed over 400 people to recent heavy snowstorms that left people stranded on major highways for over a day. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Thami Ntuli is to make an announcement on the province's approach to climate change. And for more on this, we cross live now to SABC News reporter Jade Paulse. Jade, good morning. And of course, just these events in recent times, you know, it's springtime and we had snow, people trapped in their cars on the highways, and we can't forget those devastating floods that hit the province not so long ago. So what are we expecting the Premier to say in this very important announcement later this morning?
Well, Sakina, I can tell you that the Premier has spent 3 weeks in New York at the Climate Change Week, where he's met with several delegates to talk about climate change. And here we saw, delegates from all around the world coming together to try and find solutions to climate change. Climate change is here to stay, and it really affects the most vulnerable communities. And if we look at KwaZulu-Natal, like you have mentioned, we've had floods, we've had tornadoes, and we've had snow just last week. So KZN has really been a catalyst experiencing all this climate change phenomenons. So really we are expecting the Premier to make an announcement and possibly touching on spatial planning, possibly touching on how municipalities are going to work together, especially those in rural areas. You would know that KZN is vastly rural, and majority of the communities that have been affected by some of these climate change issues reside in the most vulnerable communities. So we are expecting the Premier Thami Ntuli to come up with a meticulous plan as to how he's going to pull the province together, what exactly is going to be done to try and mitigate the erratic weather conditions and patterns that we are going to be experiencing for the next couple of years, and also maybe reaching out to communities and how they can protect themselves. Now, the main issue that we have in KwaZulu-Natal is that we have many communities, Sakina, still living in low-lying areas, still living in bridges that do not want to be moved. They want to reside closer to the cities for job, for employment opportunities. And this has been an issue that government has been faced with. So it's going to be very interesting to see what exactly he's going to announce. Will it be spatial planning? Will they be implementing measures in moving people from these low-lying areas, away from bridges, away from floodplains? And also, how is he going to also educate communities with regards to climate change? We're seeing it now more than usual, and it's here to stay. So it's going to be very interesting to see how KZN tackles climate change, and also what he's learned in New York and what the delegates have said is going to be one of the crucial issues in trying to combat this. It is not only a South African problem. We've seen tsunamis, we've seen hurricanes, earthquakes in other parts of the world, but now it is honing in on KZN, where we've experienced this erratic weather conditions, and how we are going to save lives going forward, Sakina.
Well, thanks, Jade. Looking forward to that announcement by the KZN Premier Thami Ntuli later on. Jade, on that beat to make sure that you know what actually is being said there.